Hello, creatives. Welcome to Artist Star. My name is Beth, and I am at the gallery today for Harnessing the Full Moon Energy series. I brought my bottle of captured full moon water and my year-long full moon knotted meditation ribbon, again, to harness that energy, to hopefully bring something more inspiring or deeper, more of a connection to the reading today. So this is a reading for the club suit, and it is all about the full moon in Aquarius, the meaning of which is about the opportunity to have what you need revealed to you about your most authentic, unique, and individually driven self. Of course, with Aquarius, this means within the bigger picture around your future creative potential and understanding who you are. Show the world the real you. So full moons are the full-on reflection of the sun, and the sun in astrology is the self. So this is a reflection of your most inner self. So be sure to watch for your rising sign as well as your sun sign suit in your birth chart on the cards of truth. They will or possibly be in another suit, and totally worth watching those readings as well. So this is a reading for the club suit, and this represents the self in the club suit. So the Ace of Clubs is an interesting card to be, if you are, or to have in your chart, because it's semi-fixed, and that means that it is interchangeable or has the attributes of the other card, which is the Two of Hearts. They're not all like that, just some of them. And the clubs and the Two of Hearts are interchangeable, or they are there to enhance each other. So the Two of Hearts is about making an emotional connection. So the club suit is all about being the foundation of a new original idea, having a new inspiration, a new understanding, a new philosophy, starting a new mental way of thinking or creating. It is really a nice card to have as a new idea or revelation about a person, place, or thing. So we may get a little information about that out of this reading, but it's usually, something that is creative and getting a different perspective. It could be about yourself or someone else, people, places, things, projects, creative art, music, anything, really. It's inspiring. And it is also, interestingly, known as the number one card coming out of a depression. So if you've been feeling a little down, then this reading is for you. Okay, so yeah, and then of course the twos, as I was saying, is the full-on reflection of the self. And in the clubs, it is about connecting again with that new idea that is brought about by your own core beliefs. So this idea comes about because of an emotional attachment. Remember the Two of Hearts that I was talking about. So yeah, it comes about from your core beliefs about an emotional attachment. Its birth is based upon our old established understandings at the moment. So it's some preconceived idea that comes around in a new way for you to connect with, and you find a new intellectually inspiring way to think about it. Really nice. Big think. So let's get into the read and see what Source wanted to share with you around this meditation. Hopefully it'll be a little bit of a connection with something deeper and more inspiring. So you got the Queen of Hearts. Love this card. Talk about that two of hearts emotional connection for a bigger, deeper connection to think about. Really, really great in the creative department, because the Queen of Hearts is about water energy, about emotional energy. It is that what I call the grandma card, because she is stable and strong, supportive, full of love, knowing how to do the right thing at the right time, in the right way. So it is being called upon to either be this support for someone, maybe for your own creative energy, or you could be on the receiving end. And this could be on the receiving end from Source or your guides, or it could be someone else or some other place that you get that connection in. But you should just understand that Source has your back. It is the huge opportunity to have that universal entirety, that balance of ego and soul on an emotional connection, okay, with Source or yourself, right? Because she also is that, encompasses the 4s, 5s, and 6s. And the 4s is that stability, that foundation, a newfound foundation, and knowing where to dig in and do the work, really enjoy that in the moment. And then there's the 5s, which is the Jupiter energy, which is fast-paced and moving. It's expansive, so it sets you on that trigger to experiment and explore different ways of doing things, finding out what works for you on just a different level of trial and error, gleaming what works or gleaming from what doesn't work, those tidbits that you need, those nuggets, in order to really fully understand what you eventually find out does work for you. Yes, there's gold in that. So that's the grandma card. Love it. She is a beautiful creative energy here for you. Really knowing, very, very grounded in that emotional commitment and support. So then you get the 6 of Hearts. And again, this is very grounding, emotional energy. It is devil energy in the Cards of Truth. It is about knowing your pluses and minuses, your sunny side as well as your shadow side, and being able to see those things clearly, that you don't get stuck in the entrapments of going down those shadow side paths, and keeping in the light, right? The hearts are about emotional fulfillment, and the 6s are about having that from society and your relationships with other people, places, and things. So it's that really lovely nourishment and joy of a connection, very satisfying connection. It's seeing the wabi-sabi in things and being okay with that. In a spread like this, it sings to the artistic success, the possible committed relationships that are all about truth-seeing, receiving that social validation, connecting you to the people, places, and things that you're going to feel very passionate about. It's organic connections. It's love and compassion. Really lovely. Being validated for your artistic success. Very, very nice. And because we know that we're to look out for that shadow side of things, you may experience some shyness, some timidness, or it could take the other edge and you could feel smugness and taking things for granted. But, don't go there. That's all ego-driven. You want to stay in the light and really stay in the humility and that embodiment of having that ability to put yourself in other people's shoes, because that is where you are going to find your success. And it may just be the little revelation of what this meditation is for you, this new connection with a new intellectually idea of a situation, of something. So it might be a little eye-opener for you in that area. Interesting. But I think you're going to do just fine because you got the 4 of spades. And that is all about stability. It is stability in that remedies and cures of a mental or physical ailment that's happening at the moment for you. So it could be, again, about feeling either that shyness or that smugness, or feeling you're taking something for granted, and going to get a little bit of an eye-opener. Grandma's going to come in and Source is going to speak through that old knowledge that is the grandma card, but it is also the 4s because they speak of the Hierophant energy, and it's Mercury. It is all about being able to express yourself. The spades and the cards of truth are fire energy, so you've got all of that heat behind it. It is really something nice for you to connect with, and it'll bring about a peace within. This mental attitude of being able to connect to something in a very grounded way. And it will be for a very healthy way of a new thinking of something. Really, really lovely. It is about the 4s, and the spades are about a spiritual connection, an exploration of a new way to learn or to understand your self-challenges and your talents. So very interesting for you. All right, so I've only got one more thing to share with you. I've brought out my pendulum, which I know I haven't used in my readings of yet, but I thought to bring my books, pocket books of Rumi and of Pema, children, to see which one Source would have me riffle through and pick a page with my eyes closed and see what message it would be for you. So, Source, is it going to be from Rumi? Is it going to be from Pema? Or should it be from both? Could you show me a yes, please? Is it going to be from Pema for the club suit? Oh, it's really kind of pulling me to Rumi. Let me see if it's Rumi. Is it Rumi? I think we're getting a yes here. All right. Yeah, I think definitely a yes. It's not a huge yes, but it is a definite yes. All right, and just to be sure, I want to make sure that, am I supposed to do Pema as well? No, it is definitely drawing me to the Rumi, so I am going to go for Rumi. What's not to love about Rumi? All right, here we go. I'm going to close my eyes and just let that page reveal itself. Oh, feel it right there. Keeping them closed. Just going to feel as to which page it would like to read from. I'm really feeling it over here. So I'm going to start from right about here. Oh, it's right at the end. All right, well, let's see. It says, boil nicely now. Oh my goodness, I'm just going to read it because this looks like, it needs to be read. Look at the chickpeas in the pot, how they leap up when they feel the fire. Ooh, we were just talking about the fire energy. While boiling, one of them rises to the top and cries, "Why are you setting this fire under me? Did you buy me for this tumbling and torture?" The housewife keeps hitting it with a ladle. "No," she says, "boil nicely now, and don't leap away from the one who makes the fire. It's not because you are hateful to me that I boil you, but so that you might gain flavor and become nutritious and mingle with essential spirit. This affliction is not because you are despised. When you were green and fresh, you were watered in the garden. That watering was for the sake of the fire." Oh my goodness, does that not just speak to whatever is coming your way for a little new experience for you? Wow, very, very nice for you, Club Suit. Okay, well, thank you for watching. I hope this resonates in one way or another, gives you a little piece of the puzzle. And as always, happy creating.